Alright, good evening. My name is Jason Morris, and today I'm going to be covering some bunt defenses. I'm going to be covering 3 basic plays that will help make your team successful in the big picture. The bunt play is a play that a lot of managers go to, especially late in games or in critical situations when they need to advance a runner around, move them up into scoring position, and those type of plays. The 3 plays I'm going to be covering for you today. The first play is going to be a regular play with simply a runner on first base. This is where the other team's just going to try simply move them up 90 feet, put them into scoring position. The other 2 plays I'm going to cover in a little bit will be with a runner on second base or with a runner on first and second base. We'll have one regular play, and then we'll cover what is, I guess, well known as the wheel play. To start off with, we'll have a regular bunt play, man at first base here. Our first baseman, he's going to be holding the runner on at first base. And then our middle infield here, they're going to be playing in a little bit, not quite as deep as they usually are, because they'll be in double play depth with the runner at first base. Our third baseman can be pretty much on the line here between first and second. So they're playing in pretty shallow, also in double play depth, and everywhere else is just in regular. With any bunt play, all of our defenders here, they're going to wait and they're not going to react until they see the hitter square around a bunt. So whenever they see that hitter square around a bunt, that's when they go ahead and proceed with wherever their responsibilities are and wherever they have to be. As the pitcher's in his wind-up, as soon as we see this hitter square in the bunt, that's when we're going to start moving. Our first baseman on this regular play with a man at first base, his responsibility is he's going to initially hold the runner on, and then his job is to get in there as fast as he can and try to field that bunt. Because there is only a man at first base, the hitter is trying to bunt the ball down to the first baseline. There's a couple of reasons for this. The first one, and the most important, is because this guy, the first baseman's holding the runner on, he's going to have to wait back a lot longer than the third baseman who can charge. So that way it'll give the hitter more time to get the ball down here and more chances of success to move that runner over to second base. So first baseman is going to charge. Our second baseman here, their first movement is going to be in a direct line towards home plate. The main reason for this is if the hitter decides to do a really hard bunt and it gets past the first baseman who's charging and also gets by the pitcher, that way he can continue in, field the ball, and then hopefully flip it back to the pitcher who's covering first base. Just like a regular PFP, when any ball hits to the right side, the pitcher's going to be busting over the first base. If the ball isn't and someone else, the first baseman or third baseman, ends up fielding the ball, second baseman, they can simply change direction and head on over to first base, and they're going to be receiving the throw at first base. Our second baseman, shortstop, simple responsibility, they're going to be covering second base. That way if our defenders get to the ball really quickly and we have a play there, our catcher has to be very vocal on all of these plays and quickly tell whoever fields the ball whether or not to throw second base to our shortstop. Our third baseman on this play, they can cheat in a little bit as soon as they see the guy square around to bunt and simply charge on in and hopefully field the ball. Our catcher, he's the leader out there. He's going to be telling everyone what to do, where to throw the ball, because he's the only one that can see the runners in front of him. So he can also, if there's a really shallow hit bunt that goes straight down or something like that, he can bounce out there and make a quick throw to second base if we have time, or if not, throw it to first base. All our outfielders' responsibility in these plays, our right fielder on all bunt plays, he can simply come in here and back up first base in case there's a wild throw over the second baseman or whoever's covering first base. In case there's a wild throw over their head, he can come in and back that up. Our center fielder, he's going to come in behind second base in case we do have a throw to second base. He can back that up. And our left fielder can come on back here behind third base. This is in case the runner decides to come all the way around to third base. That's pretty much it for our regular bunt play with a man at first base. Next, we'll go into our bunt coverages with man at first and second, with runners at first and second. The first play we're going to do is just a regular play. Teams might have some signs for this to let everyone else know what play you're going to go with. That's up to each and every team, but for our purposes, we're going to call it the regular play. We have runners at first and second. This can be first and second, or just a runner at second base, so it's really flexible in that regard. Our first baseman, he's going to be playing off a little bit now because he's not going to be holding the runner on at first base. So he's playing off just a little bit in front of the runner if they're getting the lead. With this play, our first baseman's responsibility is a little different to last time. He can really get in there really early and try to get in to bunt the ball. Second baseman, similar as last time, his same responsibility. He's going to come in, read that the ball isn't bunted hard by the pitcher, and then he's going to continue on to first base. Shortstop, same thing. They're going to be going across into cover second base in case there's a play there. And this play is really where the third baseman and the pitcher have to really communicate a lot. As soon as the pitcher throws the ball towards home plate, his first move has to be towards third base. That's his only responsibility on this play. He really has to get there and hopefully get the ball. Our third baseman, they got to stay back a little bit. This is because they got to cover third base in case we have a play here. So if the pitcher can get to the ball, he's going to come in a couple steps. If the pitcher gets there, he can back up and cover third base. If not, if the ball gets bunted past the pitcher, he then has to continue in and then come in and then throw the ball to first base and just get the easy out. That way we're at least getting one out and not leaving ourselves with bases loaded or not getting out at all. So this is a really important play between these two guys to communicate really well. Catcher has a big role here as well, and he's got the eyes, so he's going to tell everyone what to do. Our last play that we're going to cover is probably one of the most difficult to run because it's pretty complex. It's all about timing, and it's really tough to get the timing down, to get everyone in the right positions and things like that. So for the wheel play, same thing. It's going to be with runners at first and second base. The purpose of this play is to get this lead out at all costs. No matter what we do, we're going to get this guy out at third base. It's a do or die situation. It could be late in the game. This could be the winning run. So really we're putting all our eggs in the one basket. This play is run off for the shortstop. The shortstop, they're going to break in a little bit. And when they do this, they're going to do this when the pitcher comes set, they're going to check home plate, and they're going to look back to second base. While he's got eye contact with the shortstop, that's when the shortstop's going to break in a little bit. When the pitcher and the shortstop have eye communication, or when they're looking at each other, this shortstop is going to run as fast as he can towards third base, and then as that shortstop breaks towards third base, that's when the pitcher comes up and delivers the ball towards home plate. So we'll have our shortstop coming here. Our second baseman, he's going to be going to first base, just in case we don't have a play, which is a last resort. We still want to make sure we're getting out. And you see why this is a very complex play, because these two guys are both breaking. There's no one up the middle of the infield. So a lot of times if the hitter has a lot of bat control, they can pull back and then hit the ball up the middle. So that's why it's a very risky play, but at the same time can be very rewarding. So we have our middle infielders breaking towards the corners. Our first baseman, he can almost start playing a lot further in, so we know they're going to bunt the ball. That way he can get in there as quick as he can and charge. Same as the third baseman, we know that he can start just inside the line a little bit. We know they're going to be bunting. We also know that the shortstop is going to get to third base, so he can start in and then run in as fast as he can. Pitcher, similar role. He wants to get in here in case they bunt it straight back towards him. That's about it. I mean, all our outfielders, similar capacity, going to be backing up everywhere. And they're our main plays. The three main plays, I'll cover them again real quickly. We have our regular with just a man at first base. We'll have runners at first and second. We'll have a regular play, which is very defensive. Our main purpose on this is just to get an out. And then we have the wheel play here, again with first and second base. And our goal is to get the lead out at all costs. So that's why we got this. Shortstop getting over there nice and early. And I mean, our goal here is to prevent them from getting any closer to scoring a run, because it's probably a game-winning run right there. That's all I got today. Stay tuned and we'll get some more baseball drills out to you soon. Thanks very much. See ya.